Across the country, police departments are struggling to keep officers on the force because, we introduced that story about George Floyd. Obviously, there are a lot of people who are upset about how police have conducted themselves in certain cases. They've become worldwide news. But then you have the other side here, and that's how police are being treated.
Yeah, and you have many quitting due to low morale, low pay, long hours, and all while risking their lives to serve and protect. Now, we have scenes like this one on Saturday in New York. It may help you understand why the NYPD lost over 2,000 officers last year alone. Officers allegedly attacked by two teenagers in an East Harlem subway station. Dre and I were just talking about this.
This guy's 16 years old, that big guy.
And this morning, those teens are at least facing charges. But that's why we have Dre Clark here, is because the police are facing threats like that all over the country. And this is the first story you have in a brand new series of Police Crisis in America. So, Dre, welcome.
Yeah, good to have you here in the studio.
Nice to be here with you guys. We should note that young man that we just showed was arrested 3 other times this year for violent crimes and just let go each and every time.
Which has been a huge issue that a lot of police have complained about.
Got it, yeah. But NewsNation reached out to dozens of other police departments across the country that are facing a similar crisis. They tell us they are struggling to retain existing police officers and recruit and train new ones, causing severe staffing shortages that leave communities vulnerable.
They feel tired, overworked, stretched to the breaking point.
There's a lot of morale issues, and it all goes back to the staffing shortage.
So many people have left our department that it's not uncommon for you to be put on hold and then wait 4 or 5 minutes to get someone to answer a 911 call.
In many departments across the country, we're told low morale is intertwined with steep budget cuts and a lack of public support in the wake of defund the police.
I think the officer today in the city, they don't feel supported by some of the local politicians, even by some of the command staff within the department.
Tracy McCray was a police officer for nearly 30 years. Now, as president of the San Francisco Police Officers Association, she points to funding cuts as a major issue facing the SFPD.
We actually had $120 million taken from the police budget here in San Francisco to give to, I believe, the community or other programs.
Despite these challenges, the calls for help haven't stopped, creating a perfect storm for officers on the streets.
The ones that you do have out working the street are taxed because they're having to stay longer. They're having to deal with more calls because nobody stopped calling us.
Staffing shortages have led police departments like Austin, Texas, to reallocate resources.
Our detectives that work in child abuse, robbery, homicide, who are very, very busy these days, have just been told, we're sorry, but you're going to have to leave your caseload and go back to the streets to answer 911 calls.
Detective Ken Cassidy is president of the police union in Austin, Texas. He says the Austin Police Department is down 400 officers from a high of 1,900 just 3 years ago, with police officers working 60 to 80 hours a week to make up for the shortage. They are feeling the effects.
It's not only the defund movement, it's the negative comments. We don't need you. Your boss, your mayor telling you that, I hope there's a day that you're no longer needed.
Cassidy says his union is struggling to meet the needs of officers grappling with overwork and exhaustion.
We have officers working 5 days a week, 12-hour shifts.
Nearly 4,000 miles away in Hawaii, Lieutenant Robert Cavaco is facing the same situation, and he believes it's making the community less safe.
Crime has gone up, specifically to robberies and sex assaults. It's the violent crime.
In Maui, the police department needs 100 more officers to be at full staff.
We may not have enough officers to fulfill the calls for service. I'm not trying to be dramatic, but we may come to a point where, we may have to call back and say, we can't service you right now, if it's not a dire emergency.
The immediate solution, departments tell us, is recruitment and retention. But more importantly, the police and the communities they serve need each other. People want to feel safe, and officers want to feel valued.
The profession in itself is in a dire crisis.
I represent 2,000 men and women who come in every day and try to do their best. Do we get it right all the time? No. But when we don't, we own up to it, but we still come back the next day to do our job, to serve the people in the city.
The reality is that until the trust between the police and the community is repaired, the problems we're seeing on the street will continue, and that's unfortunate. there has to be dialogue, conversation between the two that can lead to real healing and understanding. As it relates to keeping police officers on the job, later this week, we will be looking at the innovative ways police departments are trying to recruit potential officers.
I'm so glad that we are doing this story. I feel like we should have been doing it 5 years ago. Of course, we have only existed for 2 years. This network is so new. But in my time as a journalist, there have been so many times I've said, there are so many sides to policing in America. Why are we only hearing one side? And now we're hearing all of these perspectives, and it's important. Most of us know someone or have a family member who is in policing.
And it's important to know this defund the police that we've been hearing, certainly since the murder of George Floyd, that in many of those communities where you see the protests and demonstrations saying defund the police, that's a small sampling. Most of the people who live in those communities, they want the police.
That's right.
They just want to be able to work, have a good working relationship.
They want community policing. They want compassionate policing.
That's
they want
what they
police
want.
officers who look like them. And yeah, those voices.
It's like a pendulum swing, right? It's like you see the murder of George Floyd and you say, we don't need these people. Then you have a wave, and I'm talking about the police, and then you have a wave of prosecutors that eventually get elected and they say, we're going to change the police. Well, then the pendulum swings back the other way and they say, well, actually, we really do need these people and we need criminals to be held to account and we might need tougher prosecutors.
That's what we're seeing. That's what we're hearing. But I think right now there's a changing of the tide, because even when things have happened that are very inflammatory and controversial and wrong, there are a lot of people who are still very supportive of police. They just know that there are some bad apples.
And what I also liked in talking to the lieutenant there in Austin, I said, you know, when police officers do wrong, oftentimes the union, they're reluctant to really stand up and say, yeah, you did wrong. He said, well, not here in Austin, Texas. When our guys do wrong on the job, I will say, as president of the union, we don't support that.
Yeah.
He says, I've done it and I'll do it again.
Accountability.
Accountability is important.
So
Where there was a lack of
and that
accountability.
is a step toward repairing the relationship, which
That's
you
right,
said is
that
a very
trust.
necessary step.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.